The ketogenic diet has been around for quite some time. Due to its popularity, a lot of people are now switching over to keto. However, there are a lot of misconceptions about this eating style. In today's video, we are going to give you a clear explanation of the ketogenic diet and how it works so you can understand whether it is the right choice for you. And if you want more in-depth information about low-carb eating and alternative eating styles, you can download our free guide. Check a link in the description below. Let's get started. The main goal of the ketogenic diet is to force the body into a process known as ketosis, where fats are predominantly burned and used for energy rather than carbohydrates. Depending on the plan, there can be different macro combinations. However, you can expect to have anywhere from 60 to 75% of calories from fat, sometimes even more. 15 to 30% of calories come from protein, and only 5 to 10% of calories will be derived from carbs. One of the most recommended ketogenic macro split, known as the standard ketogenic diet, is 75% fat, 20% protein, and only 5% carbohydrates. There's also the cyclical ketogenic diet, where you would cycle 5 days of keto with 2 days of high carbs. Another version called targeted ketogenic diet, where you're allowed to have carbs before or after your workouts. And last but not least, there is the high-protein ketogenic diet with 60% fat and 35% protein. Once your body learns how to use fat as the main energy source, it will turn fat into ketones in your liver that will supply energy to your body and your brain. An interesting fact is that your body will not only use fat you eat, but also fat you store. The main idea is to keep a fat storage hormone known as insulin low, which is normally released to help transform energy from the food you eat into fat cells. One of the misconceptions is that your insulin levels will only go up from carbs. In fact, protein will also spike your insulin levels, and if you eat enough of the wrong type of fats like trans fats, it will spike your insulin levels too. What a lot of people do wrong when they're on the ketogenic diet is to focus only on macros, consuming unhealthy fat foods including cheese, mayo, and bacon. However, for your health, these foods are not always the best options. There is nothing wrong to have these in your menu, occasionally. However, from day to day, your 75% fat allowance is filled by healthy fat sources: avocados, coconut oil, whole eggs, olive oil, grass-fed butter, nuts, and seeds, as well as fat found in unprocessed meats such as beef, buffalo, salmon, chicken thighs, ground pork, or ground turkey. One of the biggest mistakes people make is they completely remove green vegetables from their diet plan, which means they do not get any micronutrients and vitamins. Just because you're losing weight doesn't mean that you're being healthy. You want to make sure that you include enough greens in your meal plan to get your vitamins and minerals. In addition to fat loss, the keto diet comes with a lot of benefits. For example, it's used to treat certain cases of cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's, epilepsy, Parkinson's, and even acne. Even though most people can highly benefit from the ketogenic diet, it's not for everyone. The one thing you need to remember is that you can modify the main macro split depending on your circumstances. For example, if you are an athlete who requires explosive energy to perform, you probably want to increase carbs up to 15 or 20%. Even with this macro combination, you can still make it work and lose plenty of fat. Consistency is the key. If you would like to learn more about keto diet, grab our free guide in the description below. It gives in-depth information about low-carb eating style and also offers alternative, more efficient weight management systems that have already helped thousands of people.